still blurted out and said Freddy's name in fear. With fear, Freddy was remembered again, which also meant that Freddy was back. Sure enough, Laurie fell into a dream, and the place became empty. In the empty corridor, there was a missing person notice for the missing children of Elm Street. Laurie saw a girl sitting at the end of the corridor. When she approached, she was shocked. The girl's eyes were dug out. She said, "Freddy is back. She likes children, especially girls." As soon as she finished speaking, Laurie came to a cemetery again. Girls played skipping rope and sang Freddy's scary nursery rhymes. When Laurie saw Freddy's fierce face, she woke up from her dream. Blake returned home in shock. His father blamed him for leaving his sister and running to Laurie's villa to play. Blake was in no mood to listen to his father's preaching. After driving his father away, Blake swore that he must catch the man named Freddy and avenge his good friend Quee. At this time, there was a noise in the bushes at the door. Blake went forward to check, but heard the sound of sheep coming from behind. Before he could figure out where the goats came from, Freddy appeared. Fortunately, Freddy's strength was still relatively weak, and Blake escaped by luck. After waking up, Blake found his father sitting beside him in a daze. He just shook his father's head and it fell off. It was obviously Jason who did it. Just when Blake was holding his head and didn't know what to do, Jason came and killed him. 4 years ago, Will and Mark, who escaped Freddy's pursuit, had been hiding in the Westin Hills Mental Hospital. They saw their friend Laurie's experience on TV news and decided to go out to help. They stole the key that night and successfully escaped from the mental hospital. The next day at school, Luo Li and Hei Mei learned about the death of Blake and his son from the uncle and sister. Not wanting to cause unnecessary panic, the police announced that Blake was the murderer. After killing Kui Yi and his father, he chose to commit suicide out of fear of crime. Luo Li told Hei Mei that she had a very scary dream in the police station yesterday. Hei Mei didn't care, but Mark walked towards Luo Li and sang Freddy's nursery rhyme. Mark tells Laurie about Freddy's past and present lives. It's a miracle that you can wake up from the dream alive. If you want to survive, don't sleep. Laurie is very scared. Seeing Will appear, Mark doesn't continue. The former lover suddenly stands in front of her. Laurie faints with joy. The teacher came over after hearing the news, and Will and Mark had to flee the scene. That night, Laurie and her classmates held a